Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar today. I'm Marine Periguson. I'm the project coordinator of the renewal of the ESRF User Portal. And today I will present you the change of the ESRF User Portal new release, which is expected on the 24th of May, concerning the proposal submission and the sample declaration. So this webinar will be 3 parts. First, a short presentation, then a demonstration, and then I will answer the questions that you can ask in the question and answer. So the upcoming changes, which will be released on the 24th of May, so in 2 days, concern the proposal and sample submission and also the MXBAG annual report submission. This is the proposal submission and the sample sheet submission are in the first step of the proposal life cycle that you can see here. This release will concern all proposal types that you can see here with the corresponding frequency of proposal submission. And now I will present you the changes on the new platform. So firstly, there is a different look and feel and improved user experience. So the new interface will be more responsive. There will be more help text in the interface. There will be a status completeness displayed, and the data will be auto-saved as soon as you are exiting a field. In terms of proposal role, they have been updated, so the labeling have been updated. The main proposal and bag responsible will become the principal investigator, PI. The co-proposer will become the co-investigator, CI. And we have created a new alternative contact role, the AC, which will have the same right as the PI at the proposal level for edition and submission. And this new alternative contact role will be selectable from the list of CI declared in the proposal form. In terms of content of the form, they have been reviewed. So there will be the proposal form with new questions that I will explain later. The sample sheet form is mostly the same, but there is in a new format. And the method form has been relabeled as a description form, project description form. And the report form from MXBAG is becoming a yearly report with pre-filled information from the user portal database. So we have included in this new interface something new, which is the My Publication in the user profile that we're going to ask you to fill and complete. This is used to automatically pre-fill your proposal. So there will be, the first step will be a manual importation to your profile from the ESRF publications that have been registered in the ESRF ILL library database during the last 4 years. This will be displayed and filtered in the publication part of your proposal form to facilitate the selection. And it will also be used in to pre-fill the MXBAG annual report publication list. The workflow of proposal creation and submission has also been amended. Now you will see that you can edit multiple draft proposals at a time. To request BIM time, you will have to create a proposal form, selecting the proposal type, the experiment group, and the lineage. So before the lineage was embedded into the form, now we ask you to select it before the creation. So there will be the new, brand new proposal, a continuation proposal with selection of the precedent proposal. So your report will be automatically added and visible to the proposal review panel. And resubmission proposal, which is pre-filled with the information from the previous proposal. In case of continuation and resubmission, we will have a specific field to complete. For each draft proposal, so you will be able to edit in parallel the proposal form, the sample sheet form, which became mandatory at the proposal submission, the method form that became the description file to upload. For the MXBAG reporting, you will see that you now are able to edit your report in parallel of your proposal submission continuation. In terms of sample evaluation, So you will see that the color of the sample is displayed in the interface. The pre-existing sample will be available in the Manage Sample page of with the new form. And in the A form page, you will be able to see your sample sheet form, which were filled prior the release with the previous form layout, and the sample sheet form filled after the release with the new layout. So now I will do a demonstration. So you will access the ESRF User Portal using the same address as before. You will log using your single sign-on ESRF credential, followed by the two-step factor authentication. So let me just do this. And you will be redirected to the home page of the ESRF User Portal as before, where you can find, for example, general information concerning your safety training or your proposal submission. There is only some of the existing menus that have been that will redirect you to the new interface. So under the My Profile account, the publication menu will redirect you to the new interface. Under the Proposal and Experiment tab, you will see that the new proposal will redirect you to the new interface, as well as Proposal and Report. The other menu has not been remade and will be used as before in the ESRF User Portal. I'm going to show you quickly the new interface. So here in the new interface, you will see that there is much more alt text. There is a modern look and feel, and you will see a sandwich menu icon on the top left corner, which will allow you to navigate between the different tabs of the new interface, and also go back to the user portal, for example, on your A-form session, or at the bottom, back to the home page of the ESRF user portal. Now I will cover how to populate the My Publication profile. So to access it, you go to your My Profile account and you click on the Publication menu. You will be redirected automatically to your profile. This profile is unique for each ESRF user. And thus, we're gonna ask you to fill your own list of ESRF publication by importing them manually in this Enter DOI field in the first section. So this page contains two sections. The first section is to add your publication. So you can enter up to 400 ESRF publication at a time by clicking on the DOI field, pasting some DOIs, exiting the field, and added them to the My Profile, to the My Publication. The recognized publication will be automatically added to the second section of your My Publication page, and you will see in this second section that you can filter the information by by typing text in the filter column. And you can search by any information displayed in the table. You can also sort the table by using the header, arrow sorting. And you can click on the DOI link, which will redirect you directly to the to the publication page. You will be able to expand information about the title, the author, clicking on the dot here, for example. And you will be able to verify the information about your publication that has been registered in the ESRF ILL library database. For example, the status. So you will see a gray question mark icon with a status pending when the publication have been registered to the ESRF ILL library, but have not yet been checked by the librarian. You will see a blue check icon with status ESRF publication, which is when it has been validated by the librarian. And if the librarian have considered that this is not an ESRF publication, you will see a red circle here. You will be also able to manage this list of publication. For example, we don't need to have rejected publication. Those ones will not appear in your proposal form. And so you can click on the bin icon here and confirming your choice by clicking on the yes button to erase this publication. It will be removed from the table, sorry. You can see an error message when there is a problem with the syntax of the DOI, or if the DOI has not been registered in the ESRF ILL library database. In such case, you can click to quickly register this publication in the library, in the ESRF library database. You can click on the register publication in ESRF library database button. It will redirect you to the page to register your ESRF publication. The easiest way to register the publication is to click on the DOI button. To enter the DOI you want to declare. So you can just paste it and click on the OK button. The information will be pre-filled. If there is missing information, so the mandatory information are marked with an asterisk. If there are some missing information, please complete them. You will also be able to complete the abstract if it's missing. Please don't forget to mention the beam lines. You can select multiple beam lines to add keyword if needed, but also to reference the proposal number you have been part of, as this will be used to pre-fill automatically the MXBAC report, for example. And also mention the data DOI under which can be found your data and that you have referenced into your publication. When this is done, you can click and you have verified the information. You can click on the Save button. And as soon as the file has been registered in the ESRF ILL library database, then you can go back to your profile and add this publication by pasting the DOI, exiting the field, and adding to my publication. This will now have a pending status and will be available in your proposal form. So now we know that this is quite a lot because none of you will have profile pre-filled. So to facilitate the importation of your ESRF publication at your first connection, we have prepared an Excel extraction of the ESRF ILL library database which can be found following in the webpage link here. So if you click on this, you will see this, and you can extract the file here. If you open it, you will see you can use the outer column here filter, where you can type your name and click on OK. Then it will filter the information, and you can select on the last column the DOI that you want to import. Command C, copy them, and go back to the interface, clicking on the Enter DOI field, pasting the DOI, exiting the field, and add them to your publication. In here, you will also see the information that have been registered in the ESRF ILL library database. And for example, you will see a red question mark here when information is missing. In such case, please contact the library using the mail to in the help text to provide the missing information. Again, for some reporting, this will be used to pre-fill your report. So this added publication will be filtered in your proposal form. So now I will go back to the home page of the user portal, and I will show you how to access your proposal. So under the proposal experiment menu, you can click on the proposal menu. And the new proposal, and you will be redirected to your My Proposal page. This My Proposal page contains 3 different sections. The first section is My Draft Proposal, where you can find different draft proposal that you can edit in parallel. The My Submitted Proposal, where you can find your submitted proposal, your proposals that are ongoing, and your past proposal. And the last section is the My Commercial Experiment section for the proposal created by the Business Development Office or European Proposal Access. In each of these sections, you will find a table listing your different proposal, if there is some, and you will see that you can filter information by clicking on the filtering field and using any information displayed on the table. So 184, for example, here. You will see that, so the table, you can also sort your proposal by the different header of the table here. Each row is a proposal. You can click on the download icon here to see your PDF of the proposal. So if it's a draft, it will be generated directly. You can see also the main proposal when you can, if you click on the email address, you can send a mail to link. You will see the type of proposal you created, and you will see your role in the proposal. So for example, you'll see here AC for alternative contact, PI for principal investigator, CI for co-investigator, and your right will be different according to this role. So for example, as a CI, I cannot submit or delete the proposal, but I can navigate and view the different part of the proposal application. As a PI or CI, I will be able to edit every part and submit the proposal when it's complete. In each of these tables, you will also see if there is outstanding action required from your from this proposal via the red warning icon when there is a missing information, or a blue check icon when all the mandatory field has been completed. So that's the case also for the sample there, for example. You'll see here the different part of the proposal. So as I said, now a proposal form, a proposal application is composed of a proposal form, the sample declaration, and the project description file upload. When the free part of this proposal will be filled, so when you have the free button with a tick icon, you will be able to submit this proposal. Pay attention at the content of your proposal before submission, because after submission action, the proposal will no longer be editable. And this proposal will be added to the next section. So, as I said earlier, to submit a beam time request at the ESRF, you will need to create a draft proposal, fill the free mandatory form here, which are used also as navigation in here. And once completed, submit it. So for this demonstration, I'm going to create a brand new proposal. Here you can click directly in the My Draft Proposal on the New Proposal button, but otherwise, if you are in the other interface, you will see under the Proposal Experiment menu a new proposal. So you can click on this thing and on this menu, and you will be redirected to the proposal creation page, where we are going to ask you to select the proposal of interest. So as I said, there is more help text and link to the ESRF website to give you more information if needed. So for example, if I'm clicking on the proposal type, I will be redirected with the corresponding web page. You will see the different choice of proposal types and the associated guidelines. Again, so you can select the proposal type, and depending on this proposal type selection, we can ask you sometime to provide to select also the experiment group of this proposal type. So for example, if I'm doing a structural biology rolling proposal, I will have the choice between the biosacs, the cryo-EM, the crystallography, and the SSX. For this example, I will do a standard proposal, so there is no experiment group for this one. Then we're going to ask you to select the lineage of your proposal. So a new sample for a new project that have never been submitted before at the SRF. A continuation, which is a direct follow-on of a proposal that have been previously allocated beam time at the SRF during the last 4 rounds. And a resubmission for proposals that have been submitted at the SRF during the 2 last round, but have not but didn't get beam time allocation. So in case of continuation or resubmission, you will see that we are going to ask you to select the proposal that is a resubmission form or a continuation form. And in this table, you will see all the proposals that you have been part of as PI or CI. So in my case, for this demonstration, I'm going to do a new proposal, so I don't have to link previous proposal here, and I'm going to click on the create button to create my draft proposal. As soon as created, it will be you will be redirected into the proposal form. So on the top of this form, you will see that you are able to navigate back to your My Proposal page, or within this proposal application between the different parts of the proposal that are requested. You can edit this as in the order that you want. So if you want to update, to do first the description, the project description upload, you can. And if you are going, you will see here, I'm going to do title test. And I'm going to go back to my proposal. And you will see that as soon as I've entered an information, you will see in your draft proposal, the one that I just created, title test, with the corresponding information and the missing information. So here I'm going to show you the proposal filling, the proposal form. So it is composed of 6 different tabs, and you can navigate again between the tabs without problem. So it's not a step-by-step. You can navigate with the header of the tab or with the arrow on the side. You will see that there is also for each tab a completeness that is displayed with a red warning icon when there is missing information. And as soon as all the mandatory field of the page will be completed, it will be a blue check icon. In the proposal form, so you will see all the mandatory field marked with an asterisk here. And as soon as you exit a field, you will see that it became red if the information is not correct. So here I'm going to fill quickly a proposal form. So the title and an abstract is the same than before. There will be published on the DOI landing page if you have an experiment. I'm going to enter an abstract, which the categories section is used to report for your stakeholders. So you have keywords, you have the scientific discipline, which was previously labeled scientific area, the societal challenge that was previously labeled societal team, the framework. So for example, this is valid for all the form. You will see that there is conditional field. So depending on your authors, you will have other questions that may appear. So for example, if I'm clicking yes, here I need detail. And then we're gonna ask you to slide the toggle here to accept the term and condition of the SRF, so the data policy and the publication guidelines. So as soon as all the mandatory fields of the tab have been completed, you will see a blue check icon. And now I'll go, so the beamline requirement, selecting your beamline and the number of shifts. You can also add an alternative beamline. If you need another beamline for your project, you can add another one. And okay. sorry. Up. Then the beamline requirement, so the preferred machine filling mode, if there is some preferences, the beam characteristic, the polarization of X-ray if it's needed. If you have any specific requirement other than standard for beam energy resolution or spot size on sample. So again, if you click on yes, we're gonna ask you some details. And if you have other beam requirement in general, and also in this field, please indicate any unacceptable date or preferred date for your experiment. If beam time is allocated, this will be taken into consideration during scheduling whenever possible. You can also select the different lab support facility if needed. We're going to ask you, as before, the reason to choose the ESRF, the reason to choose the beamline selected. If you have any experience with the ESRF, if you have any experience with radiation sources in general, and if yes, where. If you have already used radiation for this, synchrotron radiation, sorry, for this project. And then in the investigator tab, you will see that the creator of the proposal is automatically added as a principal investigator. So you will see what I said, the integration of a new role, which is the alternative contact, which can be chosen from the co-investigator list that you can add in the next section. And the alternative contact will have the same management right on the proposal as the principal investigator. So he can edit, submit the proposal, and receive notification related to the proposal. So here I'm going to add myself as a co-investigator. So I can add someone from the ESRF User Portal database by typing his name, and the selection will be pre-made. If you already add it, you won't be able to add it again. You will see that you can remove it by clicking on the bin icon here. And as soon as someone is added here, it will be available for selection as an alternative contact. Okay, we are going to ask you additional question. So there is this experiment team resource question that has been added concerning some different steps of your experiment, the sample preparation, data acquisition, data processing, and data interpretation. And in this different part of the experiment, we are going to ask you if you request or not some assistance from the ESRF staff. So if you don't need anything, you have the fully managed by the user team. In such case, you have no additional question. If you need some assistance requested from the ESRF, we're gonna ask you some details. That's the same for full assistance requested by ESRF. And here, this will be taken into consideration during the technical feasibility assessment of your proposal. And then after, we have the data management plan, where we're going to ask you a rough idea of the total volume of data that will be generated during the experiment. Then after, you have the sample environment tab, where there is two sections. One is to declare the product requested from the facility, so the equipment and product. So again, you can tick the corresponding one. If there is any requirement in terms of pressure range, temperature range, and detector system. If you have other equipment that are not listed here, you can add it in the specific field. We ask you the same if you plan to provide a product and experiment, so you can again tick them. Then the safety tab is a general evaluation of the risk of your proposal. So you can select a multiple chip here. We're gonna ask you if there is any danger concerning the experiment, the setup, and the equipment. Again, if there is some if you click on yes or uncertain, you will be requested some additional details. We ask you if there is any samples that are highly reactive or unstable. And we ask you if the samples or the equipment will be exposed by irradiated neutron or photon. And the final tab of the proposal form is the publication. So you will see in the first section the relevant report. So this table shows a list of ESRF proposal allocating beam time or the full proposal team declared in the investigator tab over the last 5 years and submission status of the associated experiment report. The review panel will have access to the full table, and we ask you to select up to 3 proposals with an experiment report that are the most relevant for your proposal application. This is not mandatory, so if you have no proposal relevant for your application, don't select one. So I can select 1 or 2, and it will appear in your proposal. And the second section is the ESRF publication by the proposal team. So this is where you will see the importance of filling your My Publication list. So we are going to ask you to select up to 10 most relevant ESRF publication for your application from your ESRF publication of the full proposal list. So all the My Publication of each investigator listed in the investigator tab will be listed here. So again, in this table, you can search by filtering and typing text. You can sort the publication by header, and you can see the status. You can select the publication that you want to add. And as soon as you have selected, they will be here in the most relevant publication part. If you are a new user and you don't have ESRF publication, you can add your DOI by entering, so this time entering the DOI, pasting it, and clicking on the add button. It will be added, or you can add manually a publication by adding the title, the author, the journal, and the publication, and clicking on the Save and Add button. At the bottom of the page, you also have a slide toggle that explains the publication record and what will be available to the different review panel. So you can click on it, and as soon as all the different tabs here are marked as complete, you will see that the proposal form completeness in the status bar at the top will be also with a check icon. So now, if I'm going back to My Proposal, you will also see it here. And you can also download your proposal form and see that all the information that I have entered are now filled in the proposal, and you will see the most relevant publication list I selected and the full list of publications that of the proposal team. So now you can either continue with declaring your sample or upload the project description file. So in my case, I'm going to upload a project description file. So clicking on the button description, you will be redirected to the project description file, where again, you can find an help text with information and link. So here, there is a link to a specific instruction to fill the template. And there is also a direct link to get the template. So you can open the template. So the template will be open here. You'll see that there is help text in the template. So you can modify this template and save it according to the file constraints that are marked on the right part of the interface. And when it's saved, you can click on the select a file, select your project description form, and upload it. It will be present on the upper section. And this one, you can again upload it. You can delete it by clicking on the bin icon and confirming your choice. Then you can add again a file. or you can even replace the file directly with another file and confirming your choice. So as soon as the file is present, then the description button will be marked with a blue check icon. So if I'm going back to my proposal, here again, now the last step that I have to perform is the sample declaration. So this will become mandatory for all proposal type. So at least one sample sheet will need to be declared in the sample. So you click on the sample button and you will be redirected to the manage sample page. You will see in this page that there is two sections. The first section is the samples that have been already registered to this proposal. This is a new proposal, so I don't have any sample here. And in this one, I can create a brand new sample using the new sample button. I'll do that later on. And in the second section, you will see that you can duplicate existing sample sheet from other proposals that you have been part of. So again, the list, you can filter the list of sample by any information displayed in the table by clicking on the filter field and entering some text. And you can also sort the sample by header of the table. You can view the sample by clicking on the eye icon, and you can duplicate each of the sample by clicking on the duplicate icon near to the eye icon. Otherwise, if you have multiple samples to duplicate, you can just click them here and click on the duplicate button. Those samples will be imported to your proposal form with the inherent safety color code if already assessed by the safety group. This sample, you will be able to edit them, to duplicate them, or to delete them. So for example, I delete it by clicking on the bin icon and confirming my choice. The sample form. So I'm going to create a new sample by clicking on the new button, and I am now in the sample form, which is composed of 3 tabs: description, handling and equipment, and certify. Again, if you navigate between the tabs, you will see that there is a completeness icon on each tab, and that each field that are mandatory are marked with an asterisk and will be highlighted in red as soon as you change the tab. So there will be the short name, the category selection. So the short name has been increased to 20 characters. The category selection, so depending on the category selection, you will see that there is or not some additional section with a question. So for example, here I have 2 more questions here. And you will be requested to fill the substance, the description, the quantity and size, the adduct, the risk. So depending on the risk chosen, you might have some detail to provide. Again, the specific compound and anomalous scattered, if the sample has been irradiated before, the state of the sample, sorry. In the handling and equipment, again, we are going to ask you if there is one of the equipment that is needed for this sample in particular, if the sample has been confined, if there is a manipulation to be done, if there is any action required in terms of safety precaution concerning the sample reception, for example, or concerning the other part of the experiment, sorry, and what will be the future of your sample. It will be disposed at the ESRF or sent back or removed by the user. In the Certify tab, to ask you to verify as a person responsible, which is preferred with the person who created the sample, but you can change it for someone that is also in the ESRF User Portal database. And we are going to ask you to accept to confirm term and condition and to state that the sample is ready for the safety group. Okay, so now that all my samples here are completed, then the button will be also stated as completed here. So I can again come back later on and edit again the sample, for example. And so you will see that the short name of already color-coded sample can be edited without changing the safety assessment. However, if you change any other field of the proposal, this color will be, you will be asked to certify again the information, and the sample will lose its color. Okay, so now I have made all the 3 steps, and now I'm allowed to submit the proposal. As I said before to submit the proposal, please verify your PDF. So you will see in your PDF that you have the general information entered in the proposal form, followed by the description of your sample declared within the proposal form, and your project description that you have uploaded. When you are happy with this, you can click on the Submit button, and you can confirm that you want to submit this sample. Afterward, it won't be editable anymore. So click on Yes, and the proposal will be moved from the draft section to the My Submitted section. So here is this one. Again, I can still download and see the proposal form, sorry. Okay, now I will cover how to amend existing sample form. So for example, here, as I said, after submission, you can still edit the sample form when the safety group has required you to do so. So to do this, you will go to the My Submitted proposal table and search for the proposal you want to modify samples for. For example, here, I'm going to the MX141, and I'm going to click on the sample button. I will be back to the Manage Sample, and I will see again the safety color, if the safety color of all my sample is displayed or not, and my outstanding action here. So the important information here is that this was a proposal that was and samples that were declared in the previous interface before the release. So in the new interface, I will see them in the new format, so I can look at them. I will see that it's not complete. However, but the safety group have the other form, and you will be able to see the information about this sample within the A form with the old form. But here, for example, I just want to rename this sample, and then I'm going to go there. So you will see that these samples that have been updated is still having his color code. However, again, if I'm just amending any other field, it will lose its color. So you can also delete samples again. Pay attention, because if you delete a sample, you will not be allowed to add it to your A form submission. Duplicate one sample here and complete the form. And again, you can also duplicate a sample from a previous proposal. That's it. Now I will, so if I'm going back to my proposal here, you will see that you are also able to, in the My Submitted proposal or in My Commercial Experiment, you can access to the detail of your proposal by clicking on the detail link, which will redirect you to the corresponding page in the current interface. You can go back. You will see also that you can access your A form as before. So clicking on the A-form session, you will access your A-form information, where you will have exactly the same action to perform. If you are a user, you will have to perform your user and safety declaration form, and you will be able to view the A-form. And if you are a PI, you will be requested to edit the A-form, fill the A-form, and submit it. So here again, normally you will be able to see the sample, and you will be able to, again, access to your managed sample page. I will talk about the last part, which is the MX bag proposal submission. This is the only report that have been remade in this release. We have separated, the MX bag continuation proposal submission from the reporting of this proposal. So if the user office requested you to fill the annual report, you can go to your My Submitted Proposal under the My Proposal page, search for your MX proposal, and go on the report button. In this report button, you will see that there is the experiment report, which is accessible by any other proposal type, and the annual report. If you click on the annual report, you will be redirected directly to your proposal report, in which we again explain you and guide you this report submission. All the proposal team can access to this page and can download the file. But only the PI and alternative contact can edit and submit the report. The report is composed of two parts. First part, which is a statistic part pre-filled from the user portal database that you can download using this link. So you can download it. Okay, you will see that there is a summary of BIM usage, a list of participants from this proposal, and a list of ESRF publication. That's why it's very important that you are filling your My publication and also filling the proposal and BIMline use during the registration of your ESRF publication. Then you have to upload your activity report file according to the instruction on how to complete that can be found following this link, and a template. So you fill the template, and again, you save it. There is embedded help text information, and you save it according to the file constraints that are displayed in the interface. And in here, for example, I cannot click on the select a file. I can access to the different steps, but I cannot upload a file because I am a CI on this proposal. So if I'm going back and select one where I am PI, okay, so now I can upload a file. So if I upload a file, and I'm going to take something that is not relevant, you will see that as soon as you have selected your file, it will be imported into your into the interface. You can again download the report to see it and delete the report, or again replacing the file directly with another file and confirming your choice. As soon as a file will be present, you will be able to complete the last step, which is clicking on the submission proposal report. And at this action, both parts, so the statistic part and the file that you uploaded, will be concatenated into one PDF file. And be careful before to submit it, because after submission, it will no longer be editable. So you can again download this final file and check it. You'll see that the first part and the second part, and this report will be requested during the proposal creation. Again, for all other proposal type, by clicking on the report page here, you will be able to upload a report using the old interface. Again, as before, you can manage your account and see the machine operation schedule and perform your safety training. And I think I have finished with the presentation. And thank you for your attention. And you will see all the developers on the left that have participated to this new interface, and the user office persons that help a lot specifying the information.